In this video, we're going to discuss prime factorization. Now, prime factorization is finding all the prime numbers, which, when you multiply them together, it gives you some original number that you're working with. So the best way to do this is to do several examples and to get a feel for it and see what we're doing. So from our last video, we found prime numbers. We found several of them, so I've written down about 8 of them at the top here, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. The prime numbers continue. And if you want to check a video out to figure these out, you can go back and do the previous video. So the first number that I want to do is 24. We want to find the prime factorization of 24. So here's the method that I'm going to use. We're going to write 24 down here, and we're going to divide numbers out until I get to 1. But we're not just going to divide any numbers out, we're going to divide prime numbers out. So I know that 24 is even, so I can divide a 2 out of there. And when I divide a 2 out, I get 12, which 12 is still even, so I can divide another 2 out to get 6. And 6 is still even, so let's take a 2 out and I get 3. So 3 is no longer even, so I can't take another 2 out, but I see that 3 is prime, so I can divide that out, and I'm left with 1 up here. So that's the goal, because whenever we have 1 up here, we know to stop. So I can say that 24 equals 2 times 2 times 2 times 3, and I know that because I divided out 2 and 2 and 2 and 3. And another way we can write this is 2 cubed times 3, since I had 3 2's when I multiplied them together. So another example that I can do, slide over here and do 32. Okay, so I'm going to write 32 down here somewhere, and I'm going to start dividing out prime numbers. Well, I know it's even, so I'm going to divide out 2 to get 16. Still even, so take another 2 out and you get 8. Still even, so take another 2 out and get 4. Still even, so notice that as we work our way up, I'm going to pull out only 2's out of this number. So I can say 32 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2's. So 2 to the power of 5 if you want to write it that way. Or you could write it all out and say 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 if you wanted to. Okay, so let's do another example. Let's work our way up here. Let's do 49. Okay, so when I put 49 down here, well, I can't take a 2 out of it because it's not even. I can't take a 3 out of it because it's not divisible by 3. And I know that because 4 plus 9 is 13, and 13 is not divisible by 3. I can't take a 5 out because it doesn't end in a 0 or 5. But I can take a 7 out, and 49 divided by 7 is 7. So I can take another 7 out and get 1. So I see here that 49 is the product of 2 primes. It's 7 squared. Okay, so let's continue. Let's do 55. So let's slide over. So I'll put 55 down here. This one I know is divisible by 5 since it ends in a 5. So when I do that, I get 11. And I know that 11 is prime because it's in my list up there. Take 11 out and I get 1. And again, I know I'm done once I get this 1. So I'm going to say 55 equals 5 times 11. And this will be its prime factorization. Okay, let's do one more example. Let's do 100. Okay, so I'm going to put 100 down here, and I'm going to divide out prime numbers. Well, I see this is even, so I can take a 2 out. When I cut it in half, I get 50, which is also even, so I'll take another 2 out and cut it in half, and I get 25. And 25 is divisible by 5, so I'll take the 5 out and get another 5, so I'll divide that last 5 out, and I get 1. And again, I know to stop whenever I get this 1. So my 100 is going to be 2 times 2 times 5 times 5, or I could say 2 squared times 5 squared. So that's how to do prime factorization for any whole number.